Hello, I'm Super Orange Cat here. I'm with a bit of a Toonami news update. This is kind of old news, a couple days old, but again, I've been very busy with weekend stuff and, of course, rooting on the Braves, making this historic run. So I'm just going to spit this out right now, record it, and send it to you hopefully by the time of first pitch for Game 5. So here it is Toonami news update. The schedule for November 13th is out. We will be getting a double serving of Blade Runner Black Lotus, which will be debuting on the block that night at 12 and 12:30. Then, as most people expect, the following order for the episodes are going to be Yashahime at 1, Food Wars at 1:30, Naruto Shippuden at 2, Phantom Pirate Princess at 2:30, Dr. Stone at 3, and Dragon Ball Super at 3:30. This, again, mentioned a moment ago, not really surprising schedule. It looked like we were just going to keep Fana along for the ride later in the block as a rerun, but this week is kind of a plug-in block too because we have to eventually get a replacement for My Hero Academia, which will probably be what's in the 12:30 slot on the November 20th schedule. And also a little bit of another news thing that happened is, I mentioned last week that the November schedule, so now the next Saturday schedule, we have a weird spot from 4 to 5 in the morning for daylight savings time where it's just going to be a bunch of shorts. And I said, and most people assumed it was just going to be the Rick and Morty shorts. That's mostly correct from 4:15 to 5 it will be. But at 4 o'clock, we're going to get a Blade Runner short called Benefit or Hazard, which is left a bit ambiguous whether it's like the first half of the first episode or it's supposed to be kind of like an extended teaser trailer of sorts to talk about the show. So that'll be interesting to see. Interesting they're putting it late in the block, so it probably is not much of consequence if they're not just going to put it right at midnight and be like, hey, look, watch this. I know, next week you're going to be really excited when Blade Runner comes around, are ya? Something like that. So it seems kind of weird they're throwing it at 4 in the morning instead of right at the start of the block. So again, it's probably nothing of real consequence. At least in my opinion, it won't be. But again, November 13th schedule, we'll have Blade Runner for double up the episodes at 12 and 12:30, and then the rest of the block after that is basically the schedule most people I think came to expect. And again, Phantom Pirate Princess will be probably staying around for another 12 weeks at the 2:30 slot, which means that Naruto Shippuden gets promoted up to the 2 a.m. slot, which has to be the earliest Naruto's been on the block in a long time. They might have been flipped into like 10 at night at one point or some weird thing when we had like the 7-hour challenge. I don't exactly remember. So I know for a brief period it was right next to Boruto when we had Boruto on the block, and then it got canned. And then Boruto got pulled for the block from quote unquote low ratings, despite being the highest rated show on the block, which looks really damn suspicious in my opinion. By the way, we're never getting Boruto again. Just like Mob Psycho Season 2, we're never getting that. And apparently Mob Psycho Season 3 has been announced for Japan sometime next year. Yeah, we're not getting Mob Psycho Season 3 either next year, so don't get used to that. My prediction is that we'll either A, have to cut a slot off the back of the block, or B, we will get Assassination Classroom Season 2. I don't think Jujutsu Kaisen's coming to the block. There's other shows some people have said they think will come to the block. I've heard Megalobox Season 2. I don't think it would be airing at 12:30. I know Assassination Classroom got decent, pretty solid ratings when it was on the block initially, so I think Toonami could chance that earlier in the block. But again, what do you guys think? Leave your comments, leave your opinions down below. I'm Super Orange Cat, and that is all.